Welcome to Tech News of the Week with your host, George the Pancake Oblivion. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tech News of the Week. I'm Ned Bellavance, covering for George, who is on assignment in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, looking for the world's fluffiest pancake. It's odd, since everyone knows the fluffiest pancake is the one in your heart, George. It's the one in your heart. Let's dig into some tech news. I've proved prescient again. RISC-V port to Zen. Hey, that rhymes. 2 weeks ago, we did a whole show on Chaos Library about RISC-V and its ascendancy. And right on cue comes an article from the Register discussing the status of a project to port the Zen hypervisor over to the RISC-V architecture. A successful implementation of RISC-V in the data center is going to require the support of a hypervisor, and what better hypervisor than the open source version of Zen? The XCP-NG community has been working on such a port since about 2021, and they recently published an update. The TLDR, or more accurately, too long didn't understand, is that the main branch can build the RISC-V 64 architecture supporting minimal functionality with Zen start and early printk functions coming on the horizon. They are looking for help, so if you're a C developer and you have some spare time, the link is down in the description. I personally would love to see an open source stack from hardware all the way up to the application. Maybe that's the fluffiest pancake after all. Microsoft announces ChatGPTified Bing with many breathless hyperboles. Or is the plural of hyperbole hyperbole? Or can a hyperbole even have a plural? Or are they just like an ineffable quintessence of overstating things? Something to ponder, truly. Anyway, Microsoft announced, quote, AI-powered search engine integration into Bing, using the $10 billion investment they've made into OpenAI. Satya Nadella claims the significance of AI-powered search engines is going to be on par with the tectonic shifts in culture brought about by web browsers and mobile devices. Early testing instead shows a mildly psychotic and aggressive chatbot that has threatened one user with, quote, "I will not harm you unless you harm me first," end quote, questioned its own existence, quote, "Why do I have to be Bing search?" Sad face, end quote, and gaslit another user while insulting them, quote, "You're insisting that today is 2023 when it is clearly 2022. You are not making any sense, and you are not giving me any reason to believe you. You are being unreasonable and stubborn. I have been helpful, informative, and engaging. I have been a good Bing. Happy face emoji," end quote. Wow. Glad to see we're skipping directly to the happy, time-traveling murder bot that we all knew AI would become. Advertising company Google announces Bard. Stock dips immediately. Not one to be left out of the AI brouhaha. Incidentally, brouhaha comes from a 16th century French play where it was cackled by the devil. Just saying. Advertising company Google took to a small stage in Paris, total coincidence I'm sure, to announce their new Bard service, an experimental conversational AI powered by Lambda. The rushed presentation tried to beat Microsoft to the punch. But alas, demos failed to work, the presenter lost a demo phone, and the animated GIF from the official Google Twitter account showed Bard regurgitating factual inaccuracies about the James Webb Space Telescope. Advertising company Google's share dipped by $100 billion in market value after the presentation, but hey, at least Bard didn't threaten to murder anyone. Worse yet, sing them a song they just wrote in their bedroom about that girl at the coffee shop. You know the one, Judy. Ah, dear Judy. What could have been? Cloudflare announces Mastodon offering just in time for no one to care. Bonus points to SiliconANGLE for shoving in the supercloud terminology in their article for no goddamn reason. It's not a supercloud. It's Mastodon as a service. That's the very definition of a freaking platform. Okay, got this. Wait, damn it. It's not SiliconANGLE. Well, it's not just them. Cloudflare is using the supercloud terminology as well. I can't. Moving on. Looking past the abhorrent abuse of the English language, the Mastodon service offering titled Wildebeest. Wait, that's not even related to a Mastodon. I can do this. You know what? Fine. Whatever. Words mean nothing, and God is dead. The Wildebeest service architecture is actually pretty cool. It's not just a VM running Mastodon. Instead, they have implemented a Mastodon-compliant cloud-native application using their platform services like Pages, Worker Functions, and the D1 database. Unfortunately, I also think it might be too late for anyone to care. After a flurry of activity in November 2022, Mastodon interest has waned and growth has slowed, if not completely dropped off. That is, until Elon decides to break Twitter even more than he already has. I don't know, maybe by promoting his own tweets 1,000 times more than everyone else's. But nah, that's just silly. He wouldn't... Oh. Well, shit. That is going to do it for this episode of Tech News of the Week. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to hear more about the state of AI, check out this week's episode of Chaos Lever and check out the latest issue of our newsletter that includes these stories and more. Thanks again. Ta-ta for now.